Hello and welcome back to TopBuild Carpentry. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you footage and giving the insights from myself of us moving a busy, productive workshop to a complete another location and showing all the footage, going back to the old workshops and showing you each one and just giving a bit of insight from us getting from there over to here and just showing how it was probably the most stressful time of my life, but also the most rewarding to literally lift our woodworking workshop business up and move it to another location, and all the reasons why we did. And I'll be showing you footage from our previous workshops, the move itself, how we got machines out, the costs involved. So we'll go back now to workshop number one. So this was workshop number one at this location, and basically this workshop, it was great. We got some good memories here. It started us off well at that point where we was. But as we kept growing and the business kept growing, we just outgrew it. So we was constantly trying to maximise the space in there because it was quite high. We built this false ceiling. We used that as a bit of a storage area. It was very awkward to get up to. But obviously to keep costs low, you know, we just tried to maximise what we had there basically. So we used to have like spindle moulders down the back there, CNC, edge bander, access front and back, office out in the front area, but it just still wasn't big enough. This was it running when it was busy and we was working in there. And then we decided to go for workshop number two, which was this one here. So we took this one on and we was using this mainly as spray painting and storage. So this is it kind of running, so there wasn't no like proper extraction or stuff like that. There's loads of improvements to be made, which we've done as we've gone along. But then we still outgrew that. So then we went for workshop number three, which was this one here. Now, obviously over the three workshops, the rent was extortionate as it was with all the different charges we was paying as well, the electric and stuff. And then the rent went up by 40%. And at this point anyway, I was looking to move because I was in a position to put a deposit and try and buy a workshop. So that just prompted me even further to do so, which I found one at the auction. So we had the big move to do. So moving the machines out, that alone was a stressful time. Obviously, we do have heavy machinery. So getting everything out, I had to hire a second forklift because our forklift is a 1.5 tonne. So had to hire a bigger forklift. Had to hire somebody with a lorry to come and move it. And then just the transporting. So not only that, it was all of our costs as well and shutting the business down. It was pretty much 6 weeks where we had to go kind of dry while we was preparing for this, you see. We was doing little bits in between. And as you can see, at night time, we were still putting in the night shifts as well, getting all the next loads moved over. So very tiring, but once they was all over and everything was in, it was good. So then we got the new keys, which you can see here. Good times. So this was an old electrical wholesaler. So overall, the square footage on this place is bigger than the three workshops we had previously. So I knew I had my work cut out with how much stuff was in there and things that needed moving. So then we got a structural engineer up, got some reports done and got everything surveyed and had some drawings took out for what we could change on the building to make it into our workshop. This was the current old upstairs. As you can see, there's a lot of metal racking, so the scrapman was loving it round here at that current time. And this was the second area. So basically this workshop that we're in now used to be two workshops at one point, and then they joined them into one. So it's currently it's two large workshops with upstairs on both that I joined into one. And that over there now is where the spray painting area currently is. So completely different to how it is currently, but you will see all this coming up now. So yeah, at this point we was assessing, getting drawings drawn up to what's going to be best, how we're going to lay it out for progressing around the workshop and to make everything a nice flowing system, and what places to put the machines basically. Yeah, so we worked our way through over a period of about 3 to 4 weeks. It was
ripping out all the old racking, everything in there, removing walls, complete rewire on the whole building because it wasn't up to standard. So it was very costly. Started getting the spray room upstairs, as you can see on the top right there. That started going in. It's my 13-year-old Ollie helping me out on the weekends. And then we started to see a bit of shape, basically. So we started to clear everything. We could see that we had some open space starting to work out. And the vision was kind of coming into picture at this point then, but still looking to get the business back up and running as fast as possible, to catch up on orders and obviously keep the business running and keep money coming in, because it was very costly doing everything that we was currently doing. So yeah, we opened up this wall. We joined the two upstairs now. Now this room is currently our sanding room and stuff like that, completely different to how it is now, but we make a lot of stuff up there. So then we looked into getting all the signage made and signage made up, which I'm a big believer in. The branding needs to be amazing. So we spent a lot of money on the branding, had all new signage around, machines started to come in. I had an engineer up to service all the machines. So this is the spray room as it was back then, when we first got it done. So initially we was thinking the drying room was down the bottom. We was wrong. So then we got a company in to build a new spray booth. We spent out on a new sander here, which is great for denibbing in between spray painting coats. So that's been a big handy tool machine to have since we've got it. Comes into use every day. Panel saw, that was set back up. And as I say, we had an engineer up to service all the machines here, as moving them from one location to another. Although we've done it as carefully as we could, we still wanted them to be running pristine so that our projects are just exactly how we want them. So we had them all serviced, everything back set and checked back. So we started off with a fresh foot. Then we had the Mayor of Tamworth come and open officially our workshop, which was a great day, and had friends, family and some of our clients come up and share the moment with us. So yeah, from that point there, I felt like we was open, we was getting somewhere. This is our latest investment here, which is our wood waste burner. There is videos on YouTube that you can go and look where we bought that from and the costs, but that's been a big help. So yeah, spray room changed all around. We've done the spraying down the back. That's running. Everything then started to flow. Work was coming back in. We was able to take on more bookings with the new bigger space. Signage was up, looking great.
So at this point now, I'm still paying rent on the free workshops because I'm in a lease and I've had to give notice. So I've still got, I think it was 3 months of paying rent on all 3 workshops. I've put a large deposit down on here. I'm having to pay for the actual move, which was stressful in itself, and find out that my beautiful partner Nat is pregnant at the same time. So it was a stressful time, but we got through it. And obviously the work at this point, because we're all focusing on the move and we're not a massive team, so everyone was involved in the physical move. We was putting in long hours, late hours.
And yeah, this is the setup currently. So everything's running as it is, as it should be. We're getting everything through the door through nice timings. This is the office where Dave and Sue spend all the time. One of our awards that we recently won, another award. And yeah, everything is running. So we've got rid of that toilet now. That's the fire burner. We have this large area where the CNC is located, an extractor. Then we come round onto the back where the panel saw is. Sander. Behind the sander over there, we have a small like chop saw area, a little bits where we store certain things. And then the upstairs now, we have the sanding room that it is. So we have 3 platforms in here to make runs of stuff up, and also quite a large area where we make up awkward shapes, whether it's understairs or angled loft wardrobes like this one. So yeah, it's worked out well.
And here we are in the new workshop recording today. So we're like 13 months on now. Still stressful times. I think with any business, you know, there's stressful parts. You have to stay on the ball, but we've got a productive team. The workshop is now laid out just as we wanted. Obviously at the start, that's a big important part. If someone is going to set up a new workshop, if you are watching this for this reason, I would say plan out so well. For instance, with us now, if I could go back to the start, this workshop that we're in, this office, sorry, that we're in now, would have went upstairs from the start, basically. And in the future, I've got a feeling that this might happen because we've got more space up there and more of the heavy stuff needs to be downstairs. It's just things that at the time you think you've planned it out, but as the business grows, you don't really know how you're going to progress in the future. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I hope it's given some insights on to our journey. Do subscribe, because we've got a lot more content coming up, a lot of interesting content on all the different machines and just a bit more about us. And also, if you want to see any of our work, head over to Instagram at TopBuild Carpentry, and you can see all our work, jobs, and everything over there. Thanks for watching.